أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way course to page 3, pointer B. We saw each juz has 4 parts and each part has 5 pages. The first 5 pages, 1 to 5, we are now studying in QC2. It includes Surah Al-Fatih and 37 ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah. The next 5 pages, 6 to 10, inshallah, we will study in QC3. Starting 38 to 76, 39 ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah. The next 5 pages, 11 to 15, inshallah, you will study in QC4 from 77 up to 105, mean 29 ayahs. And the last 5 pages of the first juz, that is 16 to 20, inshallah, you will study in QC5 from 106 up to 141, 36 ayahs. There are 141 ayahs in Surah Al-Baqarah, first juz. So we will complete that in QC5. Let's to revise the pointers for the page 1. Praise for Allah, dua for guidance, guidance for muttaqin, attributes of muttaqin. Once again, praise for Allah, dua for guidance, guidance for muttaqin, attributes of muttaqin. The pointers for the second page are no guidance for kafirin, no guidance for munafiqeen, corrupts and fools, double face. Once again, no guidance for kafirin, no guidance for munafiqeen, corrupts and fools, and double face. The brief pointers for the page 1 are praise, dua, guidance, attributes. Praise, dua, guidance, attributes. And the brief pointer for the second page are Kafirin, Munafiqeen, corrupt, double face. Kafirin, Munafiqeen, corrupts, double face. Let's to proceed the page 3. The first pointer is first example of Munafiqeen fire. Second example is rain. The third example is Quran's cause. The fourth example is Quran's challenge. Let's to revise them. First example, fire. Second example, rain. Quran's cause, Quran's challenge. Once again, first example, fire. Second example, rain. Quran's cause, Quran's challenge. The brief pointer for the page 3 are fire, rain, call, challenge. Fire, rain, call, challenge. So today we will study the second pointer of the page third, that is second example, rain. The link with the previous verses is, earlier Allah gave the example of hardcore munafiqeens who will not come back to truth. Now he gives the example of those who have some in the potential, the intentions to come back. Let's to have the recitation of the ayah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير. Example of rain storm with darkness, thunder, and lightning. Munafiqins try to avoid anything hard on themselves. They follow only easy parts. Allah gives them time to return. Let's to look the new words. Coming words in these ayahs. Aw is a harf, ka is a harf, sayyib, that is a ism because tanween, kasratan is there. Min is a harf, as-samai is a ism because alif lam, fi is a harf, he is a zamir ism, zulmatun is a ism, feminine because alif ta is coming at the end and plural. Waw is a harf, radun, it's a ism because tanween, waw is a harf, barkun is a ism because tanween, yaj'aluna is a mudari verb. Asabiya is the ism. Is a zamir ism. He is a harf. Azani is a ism. Him is a zamir ism. Min is a harf. As-sawaiki, alif lam calling is an ism. Hazara is the three letter all having fatha, so it's a madi verb. Al-maut ism because alif lam is there. Waw is a harf. Allah is a ism. Muhitun is ism because tanween, the matan. B is a harf. Al-kafirin ism because alif lam is there. Yakadu is the mudari verb. Al-barq, alif lam calling is an ism. Yakhtafu, mudari verb. Absara ism, whom is a zamir ism. Kullama is coming as a ism, we will see. Adaa is a fi'l, verb. La is a harf, whom is a zamir ism. Mashaw is again the madi verb. Fi is a harf, he is a zamir ism. Waw is a harf, iza is a ism. Azlama is a madi verb. Ala is a harf, him is a zamir ism. Kamu is the madi verb. Waw is a harf, law is a harf. Sha is a madi verb. Allah is the isme, jalala ism. La zahaba, la is a harf. Zahaba is a fi'l madi. B is a harf. Samim is a ism. Him is a zamir ism. Waw is a harf. Absar is a ism. Him is a zamir ism. Inna is a harf. Allah isme jalala ism. Ala is a harf. Kulli is a ism. Shayn is a ism. Qadirun is a ism. Let's have again the same ayah once again. Aw is a harf. Ka is a harf. Sayyib is a ism. Min is a harf. As-samai is a ism. Fi is a harf. He is a zamir ism. Zulmat is a ism. Waw is a harf. Radun is a ism. Waw is a harf. Barkun is a ism. Yaj'aluna is the mudari verb. Asabiya is a ism. Hum is a zamir ism. Fi is a harf. Azani is a ism. Him is a zamir ism. Min is a harf. As-sawaiki is a ism. Hazara is the madi verb. Al-maut is a ism. Waw is a harf. Allah is a ism. Muhitun is a ism. B is a harf. Al-kafirin is a ism. Yakhadu is the mudari verb. Al-barku is a ism. Yakhtafu is a mudari verb. Absara is a ism. Hum is a zamir ism. Kullama is coming as a ism. Ata'a is the madi verb. La is a harf. Hum is a zamir ism. Mashaw is a madi verb. Fi is a harf. He is a zamir ism. Waw is a harf. Iza is a ism. Azlama is a madi verb. Ala is a harf. Him is a zamir ism. Kamu is the madi verb. Waw is a harf. Law is a harf. Sha madi verb. Allah isme jalala ism. La is a harf. Zahaba is a madi verb. B is a harf. Sami is a ism. Him is a zamir ism. Waw is a harf. Absar is a ism. Him is a zamir ism. Inna is a harf. Allah is a isme jalala ism. Allah is a harf. Kulli is a ism. Shayn is a ism. Qadirun is a ism. Now look the new words in each line. 3, 5, 3, 3, 1. On average, not more than 3 in each line. On average. Let's to have the word for word and the phrase for phrase translation and the explanation of the ayah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Aw or kasayyib, like a rainstorm. Minas samai, from the sky. Fihi, in it, zulumatin mean within which a darkness, kasayib, the rainstorm, waradun, and a thunder, wabarkun, and lightning. Yaj'aluna, they put asabiya, fingers, whom their fi in azani, him their ears, minas sawaike, against the thunderclaps, hazar al maut, in the fear of death. Wallahu, and Allah, muhitun, is encompassing bil kafirin, of the disbelievers. Let's to have the explanation of this part. This example can be understood in the following way. The rainstorm mean the Islam. Darkness, thunder, lightning, and thunderclaps mean the two challenges from the enemies of Islam. Munafiqins try to avoid the threats. They are too scared to follow the truth because of the two challenges. But they can't run away because Allah has full control on them. Allah, let's to revise it. If somebody can revise it. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Or kasayyab, like a rainstorm, minas samai, from the sky, fihi zulmat, within which are darkness, waradun, a thunder, wabarkun, and lightning. Yaj'aluna, they put asabiyahum, their fingers, fi azanihim, in their ears, minas sawaiki, against the thunderclaps, hazar al maut, in the fear of death. Wallahu muhitum, and Allah is encompassing bil kafirin, of the disbelievers. The next ayah is yakada, yakadu, almost, al-bark, the lightning, yakhtafu, yakhtafu mean snatches away, absarahum, their sight, kullama, every time, ada, it flashes, lahum, for them, mashaw, they walk, fihi, in it, wa iza, and when, azlam in darkness come, alayhim, over them, kamu, they stand still. Wallahu, and if, sha'Allah, Allah had will, la zahaba, he could have taken away, bisam'ihim, their hearing, wa absarihim, and their sight. Inna Allah, indeed Allah is, Allah, on kulli shayn, all things, over the all things, qadir, incompetent, competent. Yakadul barku, mean the challenges are very tough, especially for those, the munafiqin. They follow Islam only when it is easy for them, when it suits to their desires. They stop when tests or the challenges come, or if they are required to make a sacrifice. Had Allah willed, he would have taken away their hearing and sight, because they left the truth after knowing it. He did not do so because he wants to give them a chance to correct their doubts and desires. Alif, let's to revise this once again. Yakadul barhu, the lightning almost, yakhtafu, snatches away, absarihim, their sight, kullama, every time, ada, it flashes, lahum, for them, ma shawf fi, they walk therein, wa iza azlama, and when darkness comes, alayhim, over them, kamu, they stand still. Wallahu, and if, sha'Allah, Allah had will, la zahaba, he could have taken away bisam'ihim, their hearing, wa absarihim, and their sight. Inna Allah, because indeed Allah, ala kulli shayn, is over all things, qadirun, competent. Let's have a translation. Or look like a rainstorm from the sky, in which are darkness, thunder, and lightning. They put their fingers in their ears to keep out the stunning thunder claps in fear of the death, and Allah encompasses disbelievers. The lightning almost snatches away their sight. Whenever it flashes for them, they walk therein, and when darkness covers them, they stand still. And if Allah had willed, He would certainly have taken away their hearings and their sight. Indeed, Allah has power over everything. Let's look the lessons once again. Example of rainstorm with darkness, thunder, and lightning is the munafiqins try to avoid anything hard on themselves. They follow only easy part. Allah gives them time to return. Let's pray, oh Allah, help me follow Islam in spite of challenges and difficulties. Make a plan. Inshallah, I will try to be patient and during the test of life. Make a plan. Inshallah, I will try to passion during the test of Islam or the life. Look, the new words coming. Asma, pluralis, as-samawat. Zulma, pluralis, zulmat. Usbah, pluralis, asabi. Uzan, pluralis, azan. Basar, pluralis, absar. Saika, pluralis, sawaik. Shay, pluralis, ashya. The three letter sound verbs is ja'ala, yajalu, ij'al. Ja'ilun, majulun, jalun. Jim and lam is the root letter. Bab is fatah. The next is hazira, yahzaru, ihzar. Hazirun, mahzurun, hazr. Hazara is the root letter. Bab is samir. Khatifa, yakhtafu, ikhtif. Khatifun, makhtufun, khatfun. Khatafa is the root letter. Bab is samir. Zahaba, yazhabu, izhab. Zahib dash zahab. Zahaba is the root letter. Bab is fatah. Now this is a table of ja'ala. If someone can revise the table of ja'ala.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jahala, he made. Ja'alu, they made. Ja'alta, you made. Ja'altun, I made. Ja'altum, you made. Ja'alna, we made. Ja'alt, she made. Yaj'al, yaj'alu, he makes. Yaj'aluna, they make. Taj'alu, you made. Aj'alu, I make. Taj'aluna, you all make. Naj'alu, we make. Taj'alu, she makes. Ij'al, make. Ij'alu, make you all. La taj'al, don't make. La taj'alu, you don't make. Ja'il, the maker. Maj'ul, the one who make. Ja'al, to make.
Jazakallah. The next one is hazira. Yes, brother Wasim, you may try this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Hazira. Hazira, he's scared. Haziru, they scared. Hazirat, you scared. Haziratu, I'm scared. Haziratum, you scared. Hazirna, we scared. Hazirat, she scared. Yahzuru, he scares. Yahzuruna, they scared. Tahzuru, you scared. Tahzaru, you scared. Ahzuzaru, I scared. Tahzaruna, you all scared. Nahzaru, we scared. Tahzaru, she scares. Ihzar, scare. Ihzaru, scare you all. La tahzar, don't scare. La tahzaru, you all don't scare. Hazirun, they scare. Mahzurun, Mahzurun, the one scared. Hazarun, to scare.
So here in this third onward, look, the Ra is Sakin. So we have joined the Zavida. Hazirta, Hazirta, Hazirtu, Hazirtum, Hazirna, and Hazirat, Hazirat. So that was the only point. The next one is Zahaba. Zahaba, he went. Zahabu, they went. Zahabta, you went. Zahabtu, I went. Zahabtum, you all went. Zahabna, we went. Zahabat, she went. Yazhabu, he goes. Yazhabuna, they go. Tazhabu, you go. Azhabu, I go. Tazhabuna, you all go. Nazhabu, we go. Tazhabu, she goes. Izhab, go. Izhabu, go you all. La tazhab, don't go. La tazhabu, don't go you all. Zahib, the one who goes. Dash, zahab, to go. So the next is the weak verb, the hamza, and the repeated among them is mata yamutu mut mayyat dash mot. Meanwhile, ta is the ruler, bab is nasara. So next is masha yamshi imshi. Mashin dash machine. The mim shin ya is the ruler, bab is daraba. So the next is kama yakumu kum. Kaim dash kum. Kaf wa mim is the ruler, bab is nasara. So this is a mata. Mata, he deceased. Matu, they deceased. Mutta, you deceased. Muttu, I deceased. Muttum, you all deceased. We all Mata, she deceased. Yamutu, he deceases. Yamutu, deceases. Tamutu, you decease. Amutu, I decease. Tamutuna, you all decease. Namutu, we decease. Tamutu, she did. Mut, decease. Mutu, decease you all. La tamut, don't decease. La tamutu, don't decease. Mayat or Mayat, that is the one who disease, dash, mouth to decease. The next is Masha. Masha, he walked. Mashao, they walked. Mashaita, you walked. Mashaitu, I walked. Mashaitu, you all walked. Mashaina, we walked. Mashat, she walked. Yamshi, he walks. Yamshuna, they walk. Tamshi, you walk. Amshi, I walk. Tamshuna, you all walk. Namshi, we walk. Tamshi, she walk. Imsh, walk. Imshu, walk you all. La tamshi, don't walk. La tamshu, don't walk. Mash in the one who walk. Dash, machine, one that to walk. Next is Kama. Kama, he stood. Kamu, they stood. Kumta, you stood. Kumtu, I stood. Kumtum, you all stood. Kumna, we stood. Kamat, she stood. Yakumu, he stands. Yakumuna, they stand. Takumu, you stand. Akumu, I stand. Takumuna, you all stand. Nakumu, we stand. Takumu, she stand. Kum, stand. Kumu, stand you all. La takum, don't stand. La takumu, don't stand. Qaim, the one who stand. Dash, kiamun or kamat, kaumatun, to stand. Allahumma musarraful qulub, sarf qulubana ala taqatika. O Allah, controller of the hearts, direct our hearts to your obedience. On Alhamdulillah, bin Amir bin Al-As said that he heard the Allah's messenger saying, Innal quluba baina usbayni min asbahillahi yukallibuha kayfa yashau. The hearts are between the two fingers of the Ar-Rahman's fingers. He turns them in any direction as he wills. Then Allah's messenger said, O Allah, the turner of the hearts, turn our heart towards your obedience. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way course 2, page 3.B. Today we will have a table of Zanna. So we know each page have 4 pointer and we are studying the third page, second pointer. Zanna is a 3-letter verb and repeated letter. There are 2 repeated letters. Of course, the mother table for all the table is the Fa'ala table. Fa'ala he did, fa'alu they did, fa'alta you did, fa'altu I did, fa'altum you all did, fa'alna we did, fa'alat she did. For the mudari we say yaf'alu he does, yaf'aluna they do, taf'alu you do, af'alu I do, taf'aluna you all do, naf'alu we do, taf'alu she does. If'alu do you all, la taf'al don't do, la taf'alu don't do you all, fa'il doer, maf'ul the one who is affected, fail to do or. So the sound word which you learn in QC1, they were Fataha, Nasara, Daraba, Samia. In QC2, you learn the 3 sentences to memorize the weak word. They were Allah will give its promise. From the word give, Wahaba, he gave. From the word promise, Wa'ada, he promised. The second sentence was, in fact, he said he will give more. From the word said, Qala, he said. From the word give more, Zada, he increased or he gave more. Third sentence was, therefore, pray to him for guidance. From the word pray, Da, he prayed. From the word guidance, Hada, he guided. To remember the repeated verb, we have fourth sentence, that is, have good opinion, otherwise you will be lost. From the word opinion, zanna, he opinion. From get lost, Dallah, he got lost. And there is another group called the Hamza group, Amara, Sala, Kara. So we have the 4 types of verb. The sound verbs, the repeated, the weak verbs, the repeated verb, and the Hamza. All those verbs which have Hamza, they belong to Hamza. All those which have a weak letter, maybe 1 or 2, they belong to weak verbs. All those which have double sound letters, that is called the repeated letters. If there are 3 single sound letters in a verb, that is called the sound. Just like look, fataha, there is no hamza, there is no repeated letter, and there is no weak letter, so it's a sound. Nasara, there is no hamza, no repeated letter, and no you can say weak letter, so it's a sound word. Daraba, again, no weak letter, no repeated letter, no hamza, so it's a sound verb. Samia, look, there is no hamza, no weak letter, no repeated. So that. Look, these wahaba, wada, qala, zada, daha, they all have a weak letter, either in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. Whatever the case be, any word which have any weak letter, maybe waw, alif, or ya, that is called weak word. Look, the repeated, there are 2 sound letters. Zanna, no hamza, no weak letter, but it have 2 sound letter noon. So it's called the repeated letter. Of course, after repeated letter, we can say it's a sound verb. Look, the hamza, amara, sa'ala, qara'a. At the end, it is written. So these all, they have the hamza. They all have the hamza. So we will say they are the hamza one. These all, they have the hamza. So we got the 4 group. One is the sound verb. Other is the weak verbs. And the third one is the repeated verbs. And of course, the 4th one is the hamza. How they differ? The sound verb, if you note, no weak letter, no hamza, no repeated letter in all the 3. So they are the sound. In this weak, look, there is a weak letter. 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 There's, so they are the weak words. Look, the repeated. You have got double letters. So they are the repeated letter. Look, this. There is a Hamza. There is a Hamza. There is a Hamza. The Hamza may come in the beginning, in the middle, or at the latter. Wherever it will come a Hamza, then we call it a Hamza. So that is the difference between the all four groups of the verbs. One is the called sound verbs, other are called the weak verbs. The next is called the repeated verbs. So you can have the understanding of that. The verbs may be what? They may be sound verbs. They may be the weak verbs. They may be the repeated letter verbs. And of course, they may be the Hamza. So these are the four. Sound verbs, weak verbs, repeated letter verbs, and the Hamza. So that is all about the four types of verbs so far we have studied. Now let's go once again. Sound verb, Fataha, Nasara, Daraba, Samya. Why they are sound? Because they don't have the weak letter. They don't have the Hamza. They don't have a repeated letter. So they are the sound verb. What about the weak verb? Wahaba, Wada, Ala, Zada, Da, Hada. They are weak. Why they are weak? Because each of them have a weak letter. Maybe in the beginning, just like Vada, Wahaba. Maybe in the middle, just like Kala, Zada. Maybe at the end. But when any verb has a weak letter, maybe waw, alif, or ya, that is a weak verb. Now, today we are going to study the repeated letter verb. Before I start the class for this, let's to have a concept. What is the concept? Concept is that in Arabic grammar, there are either 28 or 29 alphabetic or the letters. Out of them, 3 they are weak. If we minus them, the rest how many? Either they are 25 or they are 26. Why they are having this difference? The reason is that some they count alif separate than Hamza. When they say alif is a separate, Hamza is that, then they say they are 29. Some they say no, alif is the same as the Hamza, no difference. This is a one letter, either alif or Hamza. Then they say they are 28. That is the only. But in both the cases, the weak letter, they are 3. And what are the sound letter? You can clearly see the rest all letter, they are sound. Of course, the Hamza is also included in them. That is also a sound letter. Weak letter is only alif, waw, ya. When, except the Hamza, when these sound letter, they appear double, just like Zanna, Nun, Nun, Dalla, Lam, La. There is another called Madda. It have Mim, Dal, and Dal. Radda. Again, have Ra and Dal, Dal. So we say this is a sound word. This is a sound letter. So these all are called repeated. Now look, I am writing another word. Hayya. So what is the part? Ha, ya, ya. No, you can say this is also a double letter. Is it a repeated letter or not? So we will say this zanna, this is a repeated letter. Dalla, repeated letter. Madda, repeated letter. Radda, repeated letter. But this hayya, it is not a repeated letter. Though it has the double letter, weak letter. So this is the difference between the repeated letter and the weak double. If the letter repeated is sound letter, just like noon, lam, ra, dal, then we will say this is a repeated. If the repeated letter is a weak letter, just like this, then it is not the repeated because it's a weak letter. It is not included in sound letter. Sound letter, they are 25, 26. They don't include these three. So if these three even repeats, just like we can have wow, wow, lam. It is repeated weak letter. Or we say ha, wow, wow. Again, it is repeated, but it is not the repeated letter because they are weak letters. Weak letters. If two weak letters come even, that is not. So you should be clear about this point because in your homeworks, in your quiz, such questions come. For example, when you find hayya and given and ask, is it a repeated letter? You should not confuse it with the sound letter because the sound letters, they are not including these weak letters. So the repeated letters mean the sound letters coming twice, just like nun, nun, just like lam, lam. But if they are not, then we will not take them as a sound letter, just like the weak letters. Example. So zanna mean he thought, he assumed, he guessed, he believed. It has so many meaning. Let's have the madi. Zanna, he thought. Zannu, they thought. On the third step, this noon, it opens. It's a shad, it opens. Zananta, you thought. So zanna, he thought. Zannu, they thought. Zananta, you thought. Zanantu, I thought. Zanantum, you all thought. Zananna, we thought. Zannat, she thought. So this is the Mahdi table of Zanna. If somebody want, can revise the Mahdi table of Zanna. Okay, brother Wasim, go ahead. Brother Wasim, please
Zanna,
stop.
Zanna, he thought. Zannu, they thought. Zananta, you thought. Zanantu, I thought. Zanantum, you all thought. Zananna, we thought. Zannat, she thought.
Good. Let's to have the question answer on the past. If I ask Hal Zanna, answer will be the same. Nam Zanna. Hal Zannu, we say Nam Zanna. But when I say Hal Zananta, the answer is not Zananta. It will be Nam Zanantu. The ta always replaced with tu in question answer. If I ask Hal Zanantum, the answer is not Nam Zanantum. Zanantum replaced with na. Nam Zanantum.
Zananna.
So that is the change you have to remember. If I say Hal Zanna Khaira, of course, the answer is the same. Nam Zanna. Hal Zannu Khaira, we will say Nam Zanna. But when I say Hal Zananta Khaira, the answer will change.
Zanantum khayra.
Nam Zanantu, not Zanantum. Nam Zanantu. Ta always replaced with tu. If I say Hal Zanantum Khaira, the answer will be Nam Zananna Khaira. So that you have to memorize the when ta come, this changes with tu. When the tum comes, it changes with now. So
نعم.
they are reversible. Suppose if I say hal zanan instead of nam, I say hal zanantum khaira, I convert into a question.
Naam zananta khair.
Now I reverse the question. So the answer will be, here we will put naam. We will say naam. We will remove the hal. Naam zananta khaira. We will remove the question. If I make this question, hal zananna khaira, I make it a question. Okay. So answer will be naam.
Hal zanantum khair.
Naam
Naam zanantum khair.
Nam zanantum khaira. So they can be reversed. It can be like this or it can be like this. They are replacing each other. In both directions, they can change. So here it does it. There is no change. If I change it, if I make it question, no change because it was the same. Hal zanna khaira, no change. If I change here hal, no change actually. Hal zannu khaira is already question. So there is no change. In this case, no change. Even if you put hal, that is the same. But here when you put hal, that is not same. Here was zananta. So here is zanantu, it changes with the hal. Here was zanantum, here is zananna. So hal changes the question. It can convert the answer to the question and question to the answer. So that you should have a clear concept. They both are replaceable. They replace each other in answer question. That is the important question. Hal zananta khaira, nam zanantu khaira. If I say hal zanantu khaira, you will say nam zananta. Hal zanantum khaira, nam zananna. If I say hal zananna khaira, the answer will be nam zanantum khaira. Now you are clear about this point? They can replace each other in answer question. They can be converted in question to answer and answer to question. But in this case, no change. If you try, they are the same. Answer question is the same. You can observe the question answer in this case, that is the zanna khaira, zanna khaira, zannu khaira, zannu khaira. No change. But here is not the same. Zananta khaira, zanantu khaira is different. Zanantum and zananna, they are different. So they can be changed with each other in answer question. But here, if even you change, they are the same because no difference in answer question. That is the most important aspect of learning this, the conversation or the dialogue of the Arabic with sentences. The third person never change in answer question. The second person and first person, yes, they change with each other. One can be asked, other reply. If the first one asks, second reply. If the second asks, the first one reply. That is the point. So let's do go the mudari. Yazunnu, he thinks. Yazunnuna, they think. Tazunnu, you think. Azunnu, I think. Tazunnuna, you all think. Nazunnu, we think. Tazunnu, she thinks. Yes, if somebody kindly revise this table.
Yazunnu, he thinks. Yazunnuna, they think. Tazunnu, you think. Azunnu, I think. Tazunnuna, you all think. Nazunnu, we think. Tazunnu, she thinks.
Good. If I ask the question, Hal yazunnu, how you will answer this question?
نعم يظن.
If I say Hal yazunnuna, reply me.
Naam
نعم
yazunnu.
يظنون.
If the question is Hal tazunnu, what is the answer?
نعم أظن.
Hal tazunnuna, how you will reply this question?
نعم نظنون.
Not nazununa. This is nazunnu.
نظن. Yes.
Nazunnu. It does not have vaw noon. Never have vaw noon.
نعم
So the
أظن.
Amr, for we have a mudare. Zanna yazunnu is the mudare. We remove the sign of mudare. And we make the last letter sukun badi shad, so it convert from fatah dhamma to fatah. Zunna is the Amr. Zunna. Think. Zunnu, think you are. La tazunna, don't think. La tazunnu, don't think you are. If I say zunna, you think, the answer will be azunnu, I think. Zunnu, you all think. The answer will be nazunnu, we think. So zanun, the one who thinks, thinker. Majnun, that to be think about. Zannun, to think. So this is the Mahdi. Zanna, he thought. Zannu, they thought. Zananta, you thought. Zanantu, I thought. Zanantum, you all thought. Zananna, we thought. Zannat, she thought. So that is Yazunnu, he thinks. Yazunnuna, they think. Tazunnu, you think. Azunnu, I think. Tazunnuna, you all think. Nazunnu, we think. Tazunnu, she thinks. Zun, think. Zunnu, think you are. La tazunna, don't think. La tazunnu, don't think you. Zanun, thinker. Maznunun, that to be think about. Zanun, to think. The sixth is Zanna, he thought. Yazunnu, he thinks. Zunna, think. Zan, the one who thinks. Maznun, that which is thought of. Zanna, to think. Zan, to think. Let's to convert into Arabic. They thought as they all thought. They thought. Zannu, kama zanantum. Inna badal zanne isma. Inna, indeed, bad, some. Azan mean the thoughts. Asim mean sin. Indeed, some thoughts are sins. Hal tazunnuna billahi khaira. So we will say nam nazunnu billahi khaira. Tazunnu will change into nazunnu. So on the pattern of zanna, there is a table of radda. Radda means he returned. Radda, raddu, radatta, radattu, radattum, radadna, radat. The mudari is yaruddu, yarudduna, taruddu, aruddu, tarudduna, ruddu, taruddu. Amar is rudda, ruddu, la turudda, la turuddu, radin, mardudun, raddun. And the Amar come on the another pattern, that is urdud, urdudu, la tardud, la tardud. Actually, the shad, when the shad word comes in Amar, at time we have a one aspect of with the shad and other aspect is without the shad. We open the shad. So rudda, ruddu, la turudda, la tarudu, this is with shad. Without shad, we say urdud, urdudu, la turdud, la turdud. So this is it. Radda, he returned. Raddu, they returned. Radatta, you return. Radattu, I return. Radattum, you all return. Radadna, we return. Radat, she return. Yaruddu, he returned. Yarudduna, they return. Taruddu, you return. Aruddu, I return. Tarudduna, you all return. Naruddu, we return. Taruddu, she return. Rudda, return. Ruddu, return yours. La turudda, don't return. La taruddu, don't return. Radun, the one who returns. Mardudun, that is owed to be returned. Radda, to return. Raddu. So we saw the sound word Fataha, Nasara, Daraba, Sami. And the weak verbs Wahaba, Wada, Khala, Zada, Dahata. And the repeated verb Zanna, Dalla. And the Hamza verb Amara, Sala, and Kara. Now, you know, for example, Nasara. If I say what is the Mahdi table, you say Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarta, Nasartu, Nasartum, Nasarna, Nasara. I say attach some words with it. The attach with some zamair with it. Just like Nasara, attach who, it will become Nasara. Nasara, he helped. Who, him. He helped him. Attach whom. Nasara whom, he helped them. attach ka. Nasara ka, he helped you. Nasara, attach ya. Before ya we attach a noon, that is called noon vikaya. Nasarani, he helped me. Attach kum. Nasarakum, he helped you all. Nasarana, he helped us. The plural of Nasara is Nasaru. We can attach with them all. Nasarahu, Nasarahum, Nasaraka, Nasarani, Nasarakum, Nasara. Mean they helped him, they helped them, they helped you, they helped me, they helped you all, they helped us. So same way, Nasarta, you help. We can attach who, whom, ka, e, kum, na with them. So that will be you helped him, you helped them, you helped you means you help yourself, you help me, you help you all, you help us. The next is Nasartu, I help. Let to attach the same Nasartu, whom, ka, ni, whom, na. I helped him, I helped them, I helped you, I helped me. I mean, I help myself. I help you all, I help us. Same way is in Nasartum, you all help. Attach who, whom, ka, e, kum, na. You all helped him, you all help them, you all help you, you all help me, you all help you, or mean you help yourself, you all help us. Nasarna, we help. Let to attach. We help him, we help them, we help you, we help us, we help you all, we help them. So what is the difference? What is the importance of that? The importance of that is this part which is zamir, it is a part of the word. Wa, ta, tu, tuna. It is not separated. They are not separated. They are part of these words. But when these come, just like who or whom or ka or ni or ya or kum or na, they can be attached. They can be detached. Who, whom, ka, e, kum, na, they can be detached from the word. But the actual word wa, ta, tu, tum, na, they can't be detached. So that is the importance. And moreover, they have double meaning. Nasara, he helped. Kum, you all. Me, me. Nasartu, I help. Who, him, ka, he, kum, na. So these attached verbs when come, they can be separated. But the zamir which are part of the verb, they will never separate. Okay, so let's go for our question sessions. The first question is, what is first question? Kasayib. Kasayib mean like a thunder, like a rainstorm, like a lightning, like a sky, ABCD, like a rainstorm. Radun mean thunder, rainstorm, lightning, sky. Radun mean thunder. Aswaik mean the darkness, the lightning, the thunderclaps. Aswaik mean the thunderclap. Yaj'aluna mean you put, they put, we put, they will put, A, B, C, D. It's a mudari, it's have two translation, present and future. You put or you will put. The rainstorm is like Islam challenge threats munafiq. The rainstorm is like Islam. Second example of a munafiq is like the one who learns the truth, walks in rainstorm, guides others, handle the fire. The second example of munafiq is walks in rainstorm. Munafiqs follow Islam only when it suits their desires, their words, their plans, their thoughts. All the four are correct. Three verb keys of hazira is hazira, mahzur, hazr. हाजिर महजूर हजर, हाजिरा यहजरू इहजर, हाजिरा हाजिरा हाजिर हजरा. The three verb keys of hazar is hazira yahzuru ihzar. The fi'l mudari of khatifa is yakhtifu yakhtufu yakhtafu makhtuf. ABCD. The fi'l mudari of khatifa is yakhtafu. Plural of asbu is usbuhun asabi isbuhuna asabihuna. ABCD. Plural of usbu is asabi. The faradu aydiyahum, but they return their hands, but they will return their hands, but they return their hands, they return their hands. ABCD. Faradu aydiyahum mean but they return their hands. Radatu mean you return, I return, they return, we return. ABC. Radatu, I return. Hal radattahu, the answer may be nam radattahu, nam aradahu, nam radadahu, nam radadnahu. ABCD. Hal radattahu, the answer is nam radattuhu. Nazunnu mean we think, they thought, we will think, you thought. Nazunnu mean we think or we will think.
Waiting.
We will think. Nazunnu. Hal yazunnu khaira, nam yazunnu khaira. Nazunnukum kazibin mean we think you are liars. Hal antum zanun, nam nahnu zanun. Antum will change with nan. The three known keys for zanna are zanun, maznunun, zannun. And the three word key for radda is radda, yaruddu, rudda. Simon homework known to you, be a teacher. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Allahumma ighfir lana qabla al-maut warhamna inda al-maut wa la tu'adhibna ba'da al-maut wa la tuhasibna yawm al-qiyamah. Innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah Hafiz. With this, we come to the end. Inshallah, we will meet next week. If you have any question, you can put the question. Otherwise, we will meet next week.